Hey Steve, tell me that fireworks story.
Well, we were kids and a bunch of me and my buddies and everybody. That was all the kids on the street. And probably six of us boys about the same age. Uh, we all would get save up our money or sell Coke bottles, whatever, and buy fireworks every Fourth of July. And we'd ride our bikes and cut back at least 4 or 5 miles to the fireworks stand and go get us some fireworks and bring them home. But we generally had more fireworks than we needed. And in this particular time, we'd figured out a plan to get rid of or use the fireworks up that we didn't pop on Fourth of July. So we'd done. We'd taken and popped all put. You can blow on a firecracker and you can get all the gunpowder out of it once you pull the fuse out. And we just collected all this gunpowder, and it made about I'd say 2/3 a stick of dynamite. And I mean, it was big. It was huge. Maybe it wasn't as powerful as dynamite because it was a black powder, but it was a pretty good dose of it. And the only problem is it had a fuse as long as a firecracker. And our thinking was that you could, we pop firecrackers, put a tin can over them, and they'd just shoot up in the air. And we thought that was pretty cool. We could send one of these metal trash cans. We could send it up to somewhere around Sputnik. We figured that we could put it into orbit. So the hot summer day, we got all of our gunpowder together and got it wrapped up in a stick of dynamite and with a fuse about an inch long, and drew straws on who was going to light it. I got the short straw, and we took this metal. They used to have metal trash cans back then. We took the metal trash can and set it in the middle of the street and put a brick under the edge and stuck this stick of dynamite underneath it, thinking that we when it goes off, it's just going to send it way up in the air. And it's a residential area. There are homes and right next to each other, and it's a hot summer day. And back then, everybody had window units. Very few places had central air, and all the parents were inside. Hot Texas summer day, and underneath the air conditioners in the middle of the afternoon, and us kids were out there. We didn't care. We didn't care if it was hot. And, so we set up all my buddies hid behind trash trees and bushes and cars and whatever they could find to hide behind. And I went out there. We had this trash can set up, and I went to light it, and I took off running. And I stopped after a few steps, thinking it should have gone off by now. And that's when it went off. Almost like, as soon as I had that thought, that it went off, and the can actually blew apart in pieces. A piece came out, wrapped me around my legs, and it knocked me down. And another piece came through my arm and sliced my arm. And and uh and I got up from I just peeled the metal off of me and got up, and all my buddies were gawking, and it was loud, and my ears were ringing, and every door in the neighborhood opened up. Every door in the neighborhood opened up. They thought all the parents thought a gas main had gone off, and every time they were gawking at me, and I couldn't figure out where they're gawking at me. And every time my heart would beat, blood would squirt out my arm from where the piece went through my arm. And when I looked down and saw it, I passed out. I woke up in the emergency room. Uh, Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the emergency room, and they got me all patched up and everything. But it kind of leads into another story about I had to go to what they call teen court about a week later, and my arm's in a sling, and it's all bandaged up and everything. And the doctor had given me these little pain pills to take, and it never really hurt me. I don't remember it hurting me, but he said, if you feel any pain, take one of these pills. And being a kid, I said, okay, I was following the doctor's instructions, and every time I felt any kind of pain, I took one of those pills. So I hadn't eaten for like 4 days, and I had to, but I had one. I had to have a ticket that I had to take care of on a little motor scooter at this teen court. And this teen court was in Houston at the time was a experimental thing. Is where they had teenagers in the courtroom that would sit on the jury and pass judgment on your fine for a traffic violation. And and the BBC got wind of this, and they were going to do a documentary about this teen court and take it back to Great Britain and show everybody how cool this was. And this was probably, I'm trying to think, it's probably around 1965, maybe 64. I don't remember exactly when, but it's that time frame. And um, um, I had to go to the courtroom, and I had my arm in a sling, and I had to walk up in front of the judge and tell him my story. And the BBC had these cameras set up. Back then, they used lights. They used big old hot lights and set them up for, uh, to take video. And I got underneath those hot lights, and I hadn't eaten for days. I had taken nothing but pain pills. I passed out in front of the BBC on the ground. I passed out. Next thing I know, I wake up outside the courtroom, and they got me on a bench. I think I got out of that ticket because I don't remember any more about that ticket. I woke up on a bench, and there was a little old lady had put my head on a Bible and was praying over me. So I guess somebody was watching out for me.